What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome into a very special beginning of the night here in BOILeR Season 2. We have our first ever doubleheader about to begin. And for those who don't know what a doubleheader is, by the way, I'll explain that it's due to my internet being crappy during Week 7. We had to postpone one of the races here between Melloace and PrincezzxDiana. But as I flip over to our race screen, you'll notice that we have Melloace versus PrincezzxDiana just about to start. Why has the music not started? Click through. Thank you. Anyways, computer, not being nice to me today. Anyways, like I was saying, though, we're going to have a doubleheader, so back-to-back best 2 out of 3 races here between these two racers. So like I said, right now, Melloace on the left, we got PrincezzxDiana on the right. We'll do a best 2 out of 3 race with them, both using Isaac in the same save file. Wow, this good idea, bad idea. I want to watch Animaniacs now. But we'll do a best 2 out of 3 race through the womb, too. Whoever wins that one will basically reset everything afterwards. We'll flip around who's on what side of the screen, and we'll start up another best 2 out of 3 race that's technically from Week 7. So back-to-back best 2 out of 3s here. So get hyped for the first ever doubleheader. Gotta love it. You gotta love it, seriously. So on that note, though, like I said, they're going to race best 2 out of 3 through the womb 2. So whoever kills Mom's heart first, we're going to add a point to the bottom of the screen where you see the zeros right now. And again, we'll reset both racers after one person kills off Mom's heart in the first place. Excuse me, and we'll start back from scratch. They're on a call. I don't know if it's going to get the split link in chat, but we're going to give it a shot here. So here comes the split link for you one more time. Head into both Melloace and PrincezzxDiana's channel if you guys would. Give them both the support, and I would appreciate it greatly there. They're going to do their own start, though. Whenever you two are ready, feel free. Let me quickly also explain, and it's probably not going to list them again for a bit, so apologies. But there's 7 banned items nobody's allowed to take within the league. They're off in racing, by the way, so best of luck to you both. Ugh, crappy item to start with. Yeah, Diana's going to reset. Anyways, like I was saying, 7 banned items. You cannot take Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, the Shovel, or Toothpicks. Toothpicks, technically, you can take, but they're on the ban list so that they can be re-rolled because the D6 is only usable against those items, nothing else. And again, the racers know all these rules. Basically, most glitches are banned. There's a few that are accepted. We'll let you know when we come across any of those if we do. Alright, a little bit better start, at least on the left side. Melloace got a great starting item here. He's got Mom's contacts, which make his tears that red color, and add a freeze effect to them. So that will pause a lot of enemies in place for a pretty good span of time, too. And on that note, everybody's favorite Famine has shown up. This will let me know how bad the delay is. Let me see those for Famine, if you would, because he's nice enough to welcome us. The least we can do is say it right back to him. But this will let me know just how bad that delay is. There's that freeze effect like I was talking about for Mello. Again, real quick, Diana picked up and put back down the remote detonator. Let's see double haze as we've got Famine yet again, so... Either way, like I was saying, though, they're both going to get a cube of meat out of this, which will be an orbital floating around blocking shots and also doing damage to anything that walks into it. You can wind up building it into full-on Meat Boy as the game goes on, depending on how many more of these horsemen you wind up fighting. But again, Diana got her 5 bombs out of that remote detonator, put it right back down. So you see her using 1 there. She's down to 5 total now. But again, very nice. Melloace also picked up a half an Eternal Heart. That half a White Heart there turned into a full Red Heart container as he took it down to the next floor. If you do that or get a second of those half White Heart containers on the same floor, you get that health up. So at least we got a little bit of health up going on his side. Diana getting no luck in those curse rooms. Needs a key to get into that item room as well. Yeah, wow, I still haven't seen the haze or anything, so wow, I can't even imagine. There's the link showing up, finally. Alright, so like I said, head on into both of their channels, give them both the support. There's a link from catguard.net to get into Melloace and PrincezzxDiana's channel, finally showing up. Alright, Mom's Pearl popping up for Melloace. That gives him another 10% chance now. Let's say that he opened up that treasure chest, that there would be a soul heart in there. Same thing with the spawn at the end of the room, like that bomb that you just saw, which makes it worthwhile for Mello to go in here. He actually gets a 2 for 1, his secret room as well. Actually, super secret in this case. Yeah, wow, that is way delayed. Oh my goodness, I'm just now getting the Famine haze. Oh, wow. Delayed chat is delayed. So again, that little heads up, guys, there's a lot of stuff going on Twitch, and the chat is not the top priority. And again, that's not me making fun of that. That's me just telling you how it is. They're not worried about the chats. They're worried about keeping the video servers going, which is the perfectly correct move. But at that point, let me give you the fair warning that chat is very delayed. So again, if I try to link something or you ask for a link and it takes like minutes to show up, don't feel neglected, please. It's just the chat being laggy. You guys know us. We're always about trying to help out and get info out there if you need it. So just bear with us. Chat's going to be a little bit funky from time to time, and nothing we can do about it, so sorry about that, but figured I'd give you the warning, or the heads up at least. On that note, Diana grabbed Pentagram, so she's got plus damage on her tiers now. Again, no health up for her yet, but she'll take what she's got. That plus damage, never a bad thing. See, Mello picked up the D20, left behind his D6. Again, the D20, perfectly legal in any situation. Difference between the D6 and the D20. The D6 rerolls pedestal items, so things that you would find in your item room, for example. Why do I feel like I'm playing $25,000 Pyramid? Things you find in your item room. Things you find in your store. No, I'm kidding. Anybody that gets that reference, you're as old as me, and I'm sorry. Either way, though, like I was saying, D20 would reroll things like hearts, coins, bombs, keys, treasure chests, into that nature. But items themselves would be the D6 to reroll. See, speaking of items, again, and the D6 for that matter, Diana going to leave behind her D6 and pick up Crack the Sky, which you'll see her use right here. Wow, actually very effectively, too. Random beams of light come out of the sky, and if your enemies happen to walk into them, they're going to take some decent damage. See, Mello going to grab the Necronomicon. May not be taking it, though. Actually, I think he will. Indeed, he will. That's going to give him basically a death card usage. It does what you think. It's the Book of the Dead. So it basically tries to kill everything in the room for you. It does like this. Some AoE damage. Again, not everything will die. That was a champion mob that lived through that attack. Got Wire Code Hanger for Diana. A little bit of fire rate increase, and she'll be on down to the caves, too, with the lead at this point. And again, firing her tiers out a little bit faster, so a little bit more damage increase by those standards. Mello grabbed the external compass, as we called an internal compass for Casper, because he knows where he's going all the time, it seems. This will actually show Melloace exactly where he's going. He won't see the map itself, but he can tell on the map where he's headed. You'll see when he leaves the room. It'll make a little bit more sense. Pardon the hiccups. And again, we got poison bombs with Bob's Curse. On Diana's side. So she grabs 5 extra bombs. She's up to 15 now, and now every bomb in the game, including enemies, has poison effect on it. The only thing with that, though, you can't get poisoned. So I wouldn't worry too much about that actually being a curse, per se. You can't take poison damage, so if you get bombed, you get bombed. It's still the same as it ever was. Yeah, the chat's real laggy. That's like minutes behind for me at this point. It's weird. Like, it's literally like 2 to 3 minutes behind, so... Again, if I don't respond to anybody right away, I'm really sorry, but it's just chat burst for me. But it's with all the tournaments and everything going on, that is, again, not where they're putting the focus right now at Twitch. They're making sure the servers stay active, and chat servers aren't the ones I'm referring to. So it makes perfect sense if you think about it. Yeah, it sucks, but it makes perfect sense at the same point. Alright, so Lucky Toe for Diana, by the way, gives her more chance that at the end of rooms that items will spawn for her. She's also got her boss fight showing up right here, so again, a nice little advantage brewing here. Mello working on down to where you see that boss fight showing up on his mini-map. You don't see the exact rooms leading to it, but again, hopefully this makes more sense now. He'll be able to see where his special rooms are, and at least be able to make an educated guess as to how to get to them. Alright, Carrion Queen for Diana. So, Princess versus the Queen. I never really thought about the logistics of this, but yeah, we got a princess fighting a queen here. And again, you notice you can either drop bombs in front of her, which Diana has plenty, or, and for that matter, I guess you can't poison her, I never noticed that. Or you can shoot her basically in the butt. That's the only way you can injure Carrion Queen here in this case. The champion versions are a little bit different. There's a few special ones that you can injure in different ways. There's that poison finally getting on there. And Mello also finding his boss fight, so again, we got a complete one-floor advantage here for Princess Diana at the moment, as they're both in boss fights in the caves, but Diana on caves 2 right now. Ooh, although here goes the issue. When, yeah, those poops will actually block and make Carrion Queen actually go on odd little angles like that. So Diana down and back to the beginning here. Carrion Queen causing yet another death. Ouch. Oh yeah, go ahead, chop him. I knew what you meant, don't worry. Alright, wire coat hanger yet again on Melloace's side. A little bit of fire rate increase, so more chance to actually freeze enemies for him. He'll be on down to the caves too. Immediately over to his item room as he only has to clear out this one to get to it. Speaking of item rooms, Diana picking up 10 bombs in her new first one, so she'll move on with that. Bombs are always a good thing. Alright, Scapular from Melloace is a new item that if he gets down to half a red heart, will spawn 1 blue soul heart for him once per room. So a little bit of safety, and again, if you combine that with something like, let's say, the Cursed Skull, technically speaking, you're invincible. If you really go through the math on that, you have to keep yourself at half a red heart the entire time. But every time you take a hit, the Cursed Skull would pop you out of a room that you're in at that point. And again, every hit would be half a damage, or hopefully by the time you get to the wound, the 1 full damage that would still reset it perfectly for you. But you would get ported out of the room every single time. Sooner or later, your blue soul heart keeps respawning for you, and you're technically invincible. So it becomes really, really cool like that. But at the same point, right now, not really so handy. Maybe a little bit later on, that plays a little bit more of a role. Alright, we got the Husk once again from Melloace. Diana's still looking for her second item room and boss fight here on her new basement 2. Again, she got a little bit of health up to finish off the basement 1. Again, Cellar is the expansion version of the basement, so if you're wondering why I'm like, wait, hold on, that says Cellar. That's just the expansion version of the basement. That's I don't want to say I grew up with that, but when we started Isaac, there wasn't a Cellar expansion version. So I'm still used to calling it the basement no matter what. I have a hard time calling that the Cellar. Alright, a little bit of health up and damage increase. That's actually a mismarked item, so damage up on Melloace's side. And again, moving on down to his depths, he's got an immediate item room yet again. Ooh, and even better on this one, Necronomicon gonna get replaced by the Book of BOILeR here for Melloace. That's gonna give him a 1.5 damage multiplier on that book whenever he uses it. So his tiers will go up in damage quite considerably at this point, as he has picked up some other damage up. Okay, you literally just contradicted yourself, Lils. I'd like to point out that you literally contradicted yourself in the same sentence. Alright, a little bit of health up there for Diana, and she's going to move on into her devil deal here. See what she gets for her. Ooh, ho, ho. Brimstone and Technology. Technology for 1 heart, that sells itself over Brimstone. So laser tiers now for Diana, as you notice, and those are kind of nice. You can get a lot of power up on that laser. Ooh, and a Curse of the Labyrinth, she does actually get an XL floor, so it's only been the caves this week that have been XL floors, it seems. I believe we've had, what, the 1 Womb XL, and everything else has been caves this week. But that's kind of weird. Either way, though, 2 caves floors combined together into 1 for Diana, so she'll have back-to-back boss fights. And again, on this floor, there will also be 2 item rooms. Still just 1 store, 1 secret, and 1 super secret room. And again, possibility for 1 library curse room, challenge room, you know, so on and so forth. But 2 item rooms, 2 boss fights. That's your key portion here. Excuse me. Yeah, exactly what Rock said. When he got, like, pretty much, like, what? Last I checked, I think Ravager said there were, like, 65,000 legitimate chatting people in there, let alone over 100,000 in the channel itself. So, yeah, you're gonna get some massive lag, and it's gonna happen. I mean, I'm not saying, like, oh, Twitch never expected this. They were hoping for this, but at the same point, dear God, you can't plan for that. You know what I mean? Like, you can to an extent, but things are gonna happen, so... It's just the way of the world. Like, the chat servers are definitely not the priority at this point. And if you go into the Dota 2 chat, you may understand why. So, like, if you put that in comparison to the actual video and the broadcast of everybody trying to either, you know, make a living or put on, you know, like, events like this or something, they're making the right choice. Chat needs to lag by comparison to video. So, they're putting the effort where it should be. Let's put it that way. Anyways, Mello finishing off Gish. Gonna get Little Gish to follow around shooting out tar tiers. It'll slow down both the shots and movement speed of anything that they hit. So now we have freeze and slowing effect. Not bad on Melloace's side. He's got a lot. There you see the shots being actually slowed down in their movement speed. But he's gonna fight Krampus. He's already over halfway through it. He'll wind up with a lump of coal at the end of this. That's gonna increase the size of Melloace's shots as they move further away from him. So your range stat is dependent on this. but they're going to grow in size and damage output the further away they get from you. Oh, I see you, Vera. How you doing? Oh, excuse me. Alright, so it looks like Mello gonna skip over his item room here in the depths too. I kinda don't blame him. He's got a pretty nice build going on. He's also holding onto a Sun card, which is gonna be a 3-use item there. That's a full map reveal, a full red heart heal, and damage to everything in the room. So quite a bit of it too. It's kinda like that Necronomicon that he was holding on to before. Except this one obviously heals you and gives you a map reveal on top of it. But damage-wise, we're looking about the same. So he'll use that in the womb. He's really hoping to get some womb XL, quite honestly, so that he can go straight to his 2 boss fights when you get there. Again, once you get to the floor after this, the Melloace is on. There's only 2 floors to go for our races after this for him, so 3 total at the moment. He's, well, really, this room, 2 more, and then a boss fight, and then 2 more floors for Mello. But if he gets an XL floor in the womb, that means, again, there's no item rooms and no stores down there. You're just looking for boss fights. And with that Sun card, he would head directly to his last 2 rooms that he needed. So there's times where an XL floor, especially in a race, can be very beneficial to you, and that would be one of them. And again, Diana finding her item room here. I'm gonna guess... Wow, where's that second one gonna be? This is a weird spread out floor. Sacrificial Dagger on Diana's side, and very nice orbital that does a lot of damage to anything that touches it. And let's see, Blue Mom's Foot. Ugh, the worst one that you can get for Melloace. I detest this fight so much. I'm actually surprised he's not using the Book of BOILeR here. I'd make sure I got through this fight as quick as I could. But Mom's Foot, there you go, will actually spawn nothing but expansion level enemies. You see right now there's a mini Greedhead right next to him that just got stomped. And also these splitting spiders, which you want no part of. Those get so annoying. Let's see, she'll also spawn butt lickers. I'm trying to think what the other ones are. The jumping spiders. It gets nasty. It's nothing but expansion level enemies. So a little bit of range up on Melloace's side. I probably would keep Mom's Pearl, honestly, in this situation. That's a tough call, though. Polaroid will, if you get down to half a red heart, give you a 5-second damage shield. And let's say the Melloace comes across the Guppy's Paw. He'll have constant 5-second damage shields if he gets hit. So he's going to take that with him in place of getting a possible 10% extra chance of getting a Soul Heart. And I don't blame him on either side of that choice. It's not an easy choice to make right there. Again, not an all-around like, oh, it's the end of the world if I pick the wrong one choice, but at the same point, not an easy one. Yeah, wow, we've reached, what, 4 full-on minutes without chat moving for me. Woo! Like I said, this is why I said if I don't respond to you right away, I apologize, but chat's being bursty, so really nothing that can be done about it, honestly. Alright, if you guys are wondering, Melloace left behind that half an Eternal Heart there. If he gets hit once, that would disappear. You notice Diana's got one as well right now, in her inventory, in her health bar, I should say. That's protected by the 1 blue Soul Heart that she has, so she's feeling safe enough to use that without getting hit here. Melloace, on the other hand, if he gets hit once, that disappears, so he's going to leave it there at least for now. He may go back to it, he may just flat out leave it, depending on what he does at the end of this floor. But he's got this and 1 more room to clear. We'll get to his first boss fight. And again, keep in mind, Mello's got a full red heart heal waiting for him with that Sun card if he needs to look at his map. Depends on how close he is to the actual boss fight when he gets to the next floor. And Diana finishing off the first of her 2 back-to-back boss fights here. Like I said, one of the beautiful things about XL floors, if you find your bosses, they're going to be side by side. And Pestilence for the second, so she'll wind up with a second orbital, that being a cube of meat floating around alongside her Sacrificial Dagger. Couldn't think of the name of it. Skullx getting absolutely melted here. One of the easiest boss fights that you could get in the womb. Skullx and Blastocyst are by far the easiest, and they've been showing up a lot this week, so Melloace really lucking out here, quite honestly. Okay, I thought I was going to get pegged by that one. Just a little more damage. 1 more hit ought to kill off Skullx. There you go. A little bit of health up from Mello. First things first, though, he's going to head back and grab that Eternal Heart. So he'll get 2 more health up on the way to the next floor. And again, there's that cube of meat on Diana's side as Pestilence dies off, and she'll be moving on down to her depths. So again, not all that far behind at the moment. It's 2 floors. We'll call it 2.5 because, well, actually, we'll call it 3 because Mello's moving on to Womb 2. I kind of forgot. Herperperpity-dur. So 3-floor lead at the moment for Mello because of that death that Diana had. I believe it was in Caves 2, if I'm not mistaken. There you see Mello walking into his first room, going to use that sun card to kill everything instantly and also get his map reveal. So he'll just bomb right on through the secret room. Ooh, got himself a little too close to that one, though. Hey, wow, decision time. We got Book of Shadows, which would be 12 seconds of invincibility, but Mello's going to keep the damage up on his Book of BOILeR. I think he has more than enough health. See, Diana, speaking of getting some damage, getting damage and speed increase there, so you notice her laser now a deeper red and also a little bit larger. Hey, there's chat. Oh my goodness. Suddenly chat explodes for me. Literally 5 minutes later. Wow. Anyways, what's up again, everybody? How y'all doing? What's up, Blue Candle? And again, if I don't respond to anything, chat is being bursty. So, yeah, 5 minutes where my chat didn't move right there. So if I didn't respond, I'm really sorry, guys. It is not personal. For that matter, if nobody responded to you, don't take that wrong. It's just chat being laggy. So, we're not blowing you off, I swear. Alright, Mello on into his mom's heart fight. Wow, actually got all 3 enemies on screen frozen at once. I don't know that I've ever seen that happen. That's just random odds right there, but that's kind of cool. Either way, freezing Mom's heart will keep her actually out the entire time right there, as you noticed. So that will help out considerably for damage dealing capabilities on his side. But Mello looking to take himself a quick 1-0 lead here in our first of this doubleheader. He thought Mom's knife was broken when he first got it. Like, why is it upside down? Oh, God. That is Tech 1 that Diana has. Tech 2 would be pretty much constant firing. Tech 1 you can tell by that little, like, intermittent burst of it. Hey, what's up, Ash? How you doing? So a little bit more damage here on Melloace's side on the left. Again, Diana found War, but it's going to be too little too late. That last bomb and last shot is going to do it, and Melloace has got himself a 1-0 lead here. So again, very nice race on both sides. Don't feel bad about that one, Diana. That carrying queen, you get cornered one time and you're screwed. That's all there is to it, so... They're both going to reset themselves. Give us about 2 minutes here. Wow, Diana got lucky on that first roll and got exactly what she was looking for. But give us about 2 minutes here. We're going to get them both reset. Very nicely done. Melloace has got himself a 1-0 lead. And again, we got a double header, so this is the first of a... oh, hold on. Sorry, I just saw a GIF go popping up here. Ah, it's the same one. The good idea, bad idea. Like I said, I really, really want to watch Animaniacs now. Damn it. Anyways, give me about 2 minutes. We're going to get both of the racers reset and get them in their new starting rooms. We'll be right back on the other side of it. Thank you, and yeah, hang tight. We'll be right back with round number 2. Again, these two will switch off after one of them wins, and we'll do another best 2 out of 3 race. So hang tight. We got a lot more coming, guys. Alrighty, we're back. We should be clear of those ads. Give me 1 second to flip this on over, and we're just about to start up round number 2 here. God, doing a trust fall with strangers. Love these good idea, bad ideas. I freaking love Animaniacs. Nope. Anyways, we got round number 2 just about to start up here. We got Melloace leading 1-0 right now over PrincezzxDiana, and again, this is the first of a back-to-back doubleheader between these two. Excuse me again, sorry about that. So we're gonna race again through the womb too. Whoever kills off Mom's Heart first will add a point to the bottom of the screen where you see those scores right now. And again, Melloace gonna look for a 2-0 win. PrincezzxDiana gonna look to tie this up at 1 apiece and force a pivotal game 3. And again, right after one of them does win 2-0, we'll flip them around side by side. And then we'll do a Week 7 rescheduling. So, yet again, we'll wind up doing a best 2 out of 3 between the two of them. So it's a matter of time after this one ends. But again, this will determine if we go to a Game 3 here or if this one's going to be 2-0. So best of luck to you both. And again, they'll take off whenever they're ready. They're in a call together. Let me try to get a link. There you go. Actually, Nosh beat me to it. Thank you very much. Let's get the link in there again a few times throughout the race if you guys would, because I'm going to keep forgetting and my chat keeps breaking. So, again, if I don't respond to anybody, chat keeps doing chat explosions. I can't help. So, sorry, it's nothing can be done about it. It sucks, but, you know, it's the way it is. Anyways, Diana going to start off her new run again with the remote detonator, so 5 extra bombs picked up. She'll have 6, and she's going to be on her way. No, not busty, bursty. There's a difference. What's up, Priscilla? How you doing? Anyways, Diana gonna grab this item rock. Ooh, maybe not. How about a locked chest? Ooh, that start on Melloace's side. That's scary for Diana. Mello has picked up the mulligan. So, not a golf term in this case. He's actually gonna fire out these friends till the end flies. And you notice he got a few of them right there. How about 2 more? He got 4 just in that room. Those are huge damage multipliers right there. And you notice he fired quite a lot of them. So that is a lot of damage up, honestly, on his firing. Alright, Diana finishing off the Widow here very quickly for that matter. Mello's got himself another half an Eternal Heart. He's going to have to hope because he has no more bombs, but he's going to have to hope that he doesn't get hit. Duke of Flies, pretty easy way not to get hit. That's a pretty easy boss fight. So he should be okay. We got Super Bandage for Diana's first boss item. So 1 red heart and 2 soul hearts up for her. You notice she now has 4 red and 2 blue hearts. So very nice already at 6 hearts on the 2nd floor. Have any recommendations of what to use? Thanks, Cyber. I would probably look for a USB mixer, Cyber. Probably going to be the easiest way to get anything actually audio-wise hooked up into your computer would be USB-wise, so I would say go for that, amazingly enough. The mixer will take over any sound card at that point, so I would say look for USB mixers and try to find something in your price range. Feel free to ask, obviously, before you do, like, you know, buy anything. Feel free to link it up to me and say, like, would this work? Type of stuff, like, you know, feel free, but I would recommend a USB mixer. Alright, so Diana coming across her 2nd boss fight here. We got a mini boss just getting torn to shreds. Again, mulligan, just huge damage increase. Ooh. And we got the Anarchist Cookbook showing up for Melloace as well. He'll take that with him. Random bomb spawns, just like you saw in the mini boss fight throughout the room whenever he uses it. Oh, that was cheesy. So Mello walks into a room, accidentally blows up one of the, exploding enemies right there, and it shoots him directly back out the door behind him. That was kind of trolling. On the other hand, though, he goes back in, makes one of them explode by that item rock, and gets himself the small rock for a damage increase, fire rate increase, and movement speed decrease. You notice on the 2nd floor, Mello already has red tears and, wow, and the mulligan, and now just found the curved horn for even more damage up on his tears. Oh, wow. This build, I don't think he even cares that he doesn't have a key right now. Mello can't get into that item room, but, yeah, wow, look at that damage. I don't think he cares. So he's ripping on through Gertie Jr., who is about to get stomped by the Anarchist Cookbook there as well. Diana finishing off Steven, gets Little Steve to follow her around with her favorite, Purple Homing Tears. They're base damage, but again, they home in on enemies, so quite handy nonetheless. Looked like Mello got himself some health up, and again, he'll be moving on down to his caves as well, so both in the expansion Catacombs version. Yeah, I'm about the same, Maroon. Sadly, I'm about the same. But that's what I was warning people before. Like, there's a huge chat delay, so again, I apologize if I don't see what you say or I don't respond to you right away. Like, I know Vera's thinking that, like, you're not being seen whatsoever. I can see it, it's just you may not have seen people responding to you in chat. I can see you, though. So, hopefully that's something, if nothing else. But it's just the chat servers are just crushed right now. And that's not the priority for Twitch. They're making sure that all the video stays live. Which, again, is perfectly the best thing that they can do. So that is a great idea on their part. I'm fully behind it. At the same point, it sucks, obviously, because we can't chat like we're used to. But given the situation, I'd rather be able to cast than have to put this off because, like, the video doesn't work. So they're making the right call. Anyways, you can see Magneto here for Diana, and you notice that the item in the center of the room actually moved towards her. Hearts will do the same if she is missing any red hearts. They'll move towards her as well. What's up, Optics? How you doing? Welcome in. Wow, who triggered those? I don't even remember doing that. Okay. That was a while ago, apparently. There is Melloace's item room. He's also got a golden poop in here, which will either provide him a little bit of money or the counterfeit penny. We'll see what he gets out of there if he bothers. Indeed he will. I was going to say, if he leaves, it won't be there anymore. So counterfeit penny it was. He won't even bother with it. Crack the Sky may be a little more handy than Anarchist Cookbook. Crack the Sky can't hurt you, like Anarchist Cookbook can. Oh, excuse me again. Sorry about that. Alright, Diana with this one more enemy to kill off will be into her boss fight momentarily, so on into what is the same room, though Mello has cleared his already and is moving on down to Caves 2. But again, Husk on Diana's side. And not one of the tougher bosses, she'll just bomb right on through him. And that's the easiest way to take this guy or the Duke flies out. Drop a bomb, that's a good 50% of their health minimally gone. That's a fearless. Alright, a little bit of speed up for Diana with the belt, and she'll be walking a little bit faster as she moves on down to the Caves 2 as well. And again, both with regular Caves 2 this time. We're getting kind of nice side-by-side runs here. But again, Crack the Sky we saw a couple times. That'll give you random light beams spawn throughout the room that if enemies walk into will take damage. But again, they are random. And sometimes they're great. Sometimes they'll one-hit a boss. Sometimes they'll miss everything. So it's all just a matter of sheer dumb luck, quite honestly. Alright, new item room for Diana, and she does have that key, thankfully, to get in. Ugh, Razor Blade would injure you to up your damage for the room you're in. She's gonna take it now instead of that D6, because at this point, she needs some sort of damage increase. So it's like the Book of BOILeR, same time and half damage multiplier, but it gives you damage to do so. Yep, exactly what Shiny said. To a T, exactly what Shiny said. The chat servers, again, are not the priority, so... yeah, chat's just wonky. All it amounts to. Alright, new curse room for Diana, though pretty low on health. She may not be going in there, but could find a really good item. Those are really either really awesome rooms or really crappy and make you lose a heart. And of course, now with that extra damage she just took, I can pretty well guarantee she won't be going in there. Unless there's a hell. Ooh. However, we got Cancer now, so double that fire rate. Diana's going to be very happy. She loves having fire rate on her tiers. Like, that is her favorite thing in this game, by far. So that doubled it up and would actually overcap her if she were to find another way to get more tier rate increase. Now, let's see, Mello, I believe, I couldn't tell, but I think that was Mom's panties, if I'm not mistaken. So Mom's underwear will wind up getting a range up. I think that's what it was that he grabbed. Gonna do a little bit of gambling before he moves on down to the depths, though, in hopes of healing. Ooh, and getting a loading screen error as well on Melloace's side. Not always completely indicative of an XL floor, but there is a pretty good chance nonetheless. If it ever pops through the freaking flash screen. Okay, this may just be a normal floor at this rate. Oh, hey, how you doing? Goodbye. I love that one. I just love the look on Bart's face. It's like, oh my god, what the hell is he doing here? By the way, Bart's working in a whorehouse in that one, so yeah. Just saying. It was her under. Okay, awesome. Thank you, tunneling. All right, so Diana on into a Gertie fight here, and you notice shooting out quintuple shots. Got to be a little bit careful on this. Speaking of timing, Mello waited until all that blood on the ground was gone so he could actually pick up that heart. He got a little bit of damage on the way to that first one. All right, again, nothing too fine in that curse room, I should say, for Mello, but he does get a 2 of hearts card that'll double up the amount of red hearts you have filling your containers. It all makes sense now. It puts the spring in Springfield. Thank you for getting that. Thank you. God. Anyways, let's go to Judgy, please, as Melloace is going to play up this Demon Judgy, hoping to get something before he has to use that 2 of hearts. Nothing good. Ouch. Judgy, why, man? Why? So again, Mello going to hold on to that 2 of hearts, but does have it to double up those 3 hearts he has. That would get him up to 6 out of the 7 red heart containers he has filled. And now at this point, up to 4 of the 7. Alright, easy way to possibly get some of those hearts back. Mello's going to explode this heart machine. Ooh, nice, 2 of them. Very handy. And there's how to get a full heal right out of there. So like I said, doubling up the amount of hearts Mello had filling those containers. He'll forget about that Demon Judgy and keep looking for his boss fight here. And does actually have a key. I wonder if he'll head back for that last item room. Apparently not. Mello's just going to go on without it. He's got a plenty decent enough build, so I don't blame him. That'd be a little bit of time to give up walking backwards. Again, Diana's on an XL depths floor, so you never know. She could find her boss fights instantly and just go straight to him. So Mello at this point is playing the race strategy, if you will, of trying to stay ahead of her. He knows he's got the key. He knows he could get that item room, but he's going to wait for his last one because he's here at his boss fight now. And again, speaking of those boss fights, what did I say? Diana could find both of them really quickly and pull out an advantage here. Monstro 2 for her first fight, and this one's pretty easy. Again, though, same room at the moment. Diana's going to have basically a full floor advantage momentarily, though. The next room up is Mom's Foot, and Mello's still got an entire floor to go through before he finds his. Again, though, Mello will wind up with a second cube of meat. That adds on to the one he has and makes Meat Boy's head float around him. That shoots out tears as well as the original effect of blocking shots as an orbital. You guys are not helping the chat servers by doing emotes that don't exist. Don't. There's a little bit of damage up and health up for Diana, and she's moving on to her Mom's Foot fight, like I said. So basically full floor advantage at this point until Mello, well, half a floor. He's found his item room, so we'll call it half a floor until he finds his boss fight himself. But Diana with the advantage at the moment time-wise. Spazbot didn't misclick shit. I clicked exactly what I meant to. Oh, excuse me. Hopefully I muted that before I started hacking up along on you guys there. Sorry about that if I didn't. Either way, though. Oh, excuse me again. Sorry. Diana just about done with her Mom's Foot fight. She got, excuse me. The hell did she get that? Oh, I didn't even see her use it. She used the razor blade, excuse me, which, as you notice, turned her into what looks like Meat Boy here. So lots of Meat Boy-looking items going on this one. But again, just basically took the skin off of her, hence razor blade. Ups her damage at the same time, though, so she got a damage increase during that fight. Helped her out considerably, and she'll be moving on down to the womb. Ooh, loading screen. Oh, and an XL floor. Uh-oh. So this might help quite a bit as Mello is on his mom's foot fight himself, and it's Red Mom, which is the very, very easy one to kill off. But Diana's going to only have 2 back-to-back boss fights to find here in the womb. There are no stores, there's no item rooms, you're just looking for boss fights. I did? Awesome. Good. Wasn't sure I got that muted in time, but that makes me feel a lot better, so thank you. Thank you for the reassurance. Anyways, as you may have noticed, everything in the womb hits you for 1 full heart of damage now, so Diana was being exceptionally careful there to make sure that, well, she will continue to be, but was being exceptionally careful to make sure that she did not get hit again in that room. What's up, Pet My Turtle? How you doing? Alright, so Mello, again, in just a regular Womb 1, Utero 1 in this case, it is an expansion version of the floor. But in just a regular first floor, as opposed to the XL that Diana has. So, he's looking for his boss fight here. Again, gonna have to bomb through 2 rooms in theory, well, he's actually gonna kill him off. I may have just bombed, yeah, no, there we go. I was gonna say, I may just bomb on through this door, because this fight's gonna take a minute. Even with his extra damage, that fight'll take a minute. This room I'd probably just kill. And he's gonna do the same. Ooh, and a free bomb out of it, too. Why, thank you. So again, Diana looking for back-to-back boss fights. Mello just looking for his first of 2 boss fights, and then a whole nother floor he has to deal with. Very lucky crack the sky right there as well for him. Alright, I'm fearless. Have yourself a good one. Ooh, down to that half a heart on Diana's side. Lots of enemies to dodge. That was close. And there's that boss fight. So, internal compass on the second try there working for Melloace. Ooh, and an arcade. Diana could really use that right now. She needs to get through this room and get into that arcade for a chance to heal up. Again, though, still... Ooh! Never mind. I was going to say, still going to have to worry about this room quickly as Melloace is fighting, Triachnid in this case. It's usually Daddy Longlegs, but that's Triachnid. So, taking him down very quickly. That's a very low health boss. Getting torn to shreds. A little bit of a fire rate increase if he wanted it. Actually, shot speed increase. I said that. He's going to take Guardian Angel. I think he's going to leave Cat of 9 Fails. Indeed he will. Shot speed increase, very, very odd if you're not used to it. Can actually throw off your pattern if you're trying to do a diagonal movement while you're shooting. Can very easily throw that off for you. So a lot of our racers, and myself included, do not like using shot speed increase. So Cat of 9 Fails got left behind. Oh, let me get you the split link there. In 1 sec. There you go. Well, if the bot ever responds, he'll have the split link in a second. I swear it'll see me in a minute or two. You may see it before I actually see it show up on my screen, but I'm trying to trigger the split link for you again. When the catguard.net link does show up, that'll get you into Diana and to Melloace's channels at the same time if you guys click on it. Again, that's if it shows up. Chat's being a little bit laggy and delayed, so mine may have gone through and I just may not have seen it. Mine flat out may not have gone through and may not have triggered, so who knows. But it'll show up in a minute, I promise you. There we go. Thank you, Mornblade. I think mine just got eaten, basically, is what happened. So thank you very much for that. There's a link for you guys. $750. We've hit a nice evenish number. Well, it is an even number, but we're not being technical with me saying you get the idea. Whatever. Moot point. Anyways, Mello fighting on along here over to the right side. Still just looking for his mom's hard fight at this point. Looking for a 2-0 win if he can. Again, full charge to crack this guy. That might actually get replaced now. He's got the keys to get in here. Let's see what's in that library. Ugh, never mind. Monster Manuel on the left, and I said that correctly. Manuel, it's spelled that way, look at it. Would have spawned 1 random follower for Melloace for the room he was in. And the one on the right, I can't even remember what the hell it was now, sadly. It was Telepathy for Dummies, which would have given him homing shots for the room he was in. I'd actually rather have Crack the Sky. You got more chance of doing good damage with that, so I would keep what Melloace had. I'm in complete agreement with what he did there. And he's going to move on into that Mom's Heart fight. So again, looking for a 2-0 victory here in this first of a double header. So again, we'll see another best 2 out of 3 between these same two racers. That's why I'd keep Crack the Sky. Very nice, lucky usage right there by Melloace. But very nicely done. He's already halfway through this fight. And again, we'll have another, well, to finish off the doubleheader, another best 2 out of 3 between these two coming up sometime after this. I don't know exactly when we're going to do it, if we're going to just go like straight into it, or if we're going to take that break up until when it was actually scheduled. But we'll find out from these two racers in a little bit. But it looks like Mello with 1 or 2 more shots, and that, oh, that bomb got pushed out. Never mind. Those flies are doing it for him, though. Those attack flies from Mulligan are just overpowered, especially in that boss fight. But there you go, 2-0 win. Melloace got himself that 2-0 victory. Let me update this one. There you go. So with his, let me do math, 8th win of the season now, 8-1 on the year, Melloace. Everybody give a GG. Even Casper, the first person to do it, too.